Merry Christmas to all. Sorry for the lack of uploads, but I've been flying back to England from Spain, fun fact where I live and work. It was my birthday on Monday and my mum's birthday on Tuesday. Madness! But the real reason this upload has taken so long is Evil Tunic. Yes, you can blame him. He randomised the Masacro race car for this race on Now Recruiting. And to make these little pictures, I usually take an image from somewhere, cut out its surroundings, cut out the fundamental parts of the car, you know, such as the headlights, the vents and the interior, because that way I can change the car's colour to match the colour that each driver chose for this particular race. Yeah, now look at the Masacro race car. What a bitch. So anyway, choose your 3 drivers and from those drivers your winner, and I will see you on the track. Here we are then, and I've been so generous as to let the slower alphas go in the interest of making it a fair race, and right away Teddy's gone and cocked it all up. So my plan's gone out the window and we're now being flanked by the much quicker Masacro and Jester. Now this race is going to serve as a pretty nice demonstration of the differences between these cars on a flat track with little to no interference from bumps, perhaps besides the occasional runway light. And despite the fact that you can purchase the Albany Alpha somewhere next to the brand new super yacht on Doctees.com, and they definitely didn't pay me to say that, the Alpha responds to your commands rather brilliantly as Teddy's about to redeem himself by showcasing exactly that into the runway chicane, whereas on the other hand we'll see Evil Tunic fighting the understeer of the Masacro when attempting to make quick changes of direction, and with that bounce off the barriers back there I've been able to slip up the inside and into third. So here's where Tunic stands then. He's in the most powerful car with 3 less powerful cars ahead of him and about 5 laps to pick us off. Now the best place for him to do that would be down the long straights, much like he's doing to me right now, and with a well held and decisive line into turn 1, he has made his way back into the top 3. Interestingly, as we take a glance back, Felix's Jester is struggling to keep up with us. Now you're probably very aware that the Jester is a formidable contender to the Feltzer and the Masacro on many tracks, so what's going on there? Well, we'll return to this point in just a minute because we're lining up Evil Tunic for an overtake, but I must have been in his blind spot because he's only gone and squeezed me into the fence. That was pretty rough, as he continues to make that backside as wide as he possibly can. Just going back to the Jester behind us, the truth is, without any bumps to rocket it forward, the Jester becomes nothing more than 4-wheel drive understeer and an engine not quite powerful enough to do anything with. My Carbonazare, which is Italian if that wasn't evident enough, has a tremendous amount of engine power when it's stock, and I'm about to use it as we line up the exact same move that Teddy pulled off on the last lap. Now I was willing to give him space, but in the end he just decided to back off. I'd have probably tried to fight that if I were him, to be honest, because he probably could have held it and pulled away on the straight. As we close up to the Alphas, and oh my god, Teddy's gone and done it again. I literally put that tyre stack there so you could visibly see the corner of the fence as it blends in otherwise, so it literally screams, "Don't hit me!" But that is the surprising turn-in response of the Alpha for you. It really does react faster than you'd imagine, although it resembles a boat. This will be interesting then. The 2 in front are having a nice little duel, and Felix has lined up these corners much nicer than Tunic has, so I imagine he's going to get some kind of run on him into the next chicane. So in my head I've already planned out my next overtake for that chicane, knowing that they'll slow each other down. It's the ever popular inside manoeuvre that nobody seems to defend on the exit. Perhaps he was too caught up in his own little battle, but nevertheless I am through. And in fact the Jester has just crashed, so I hope you didn't bet on Felix. Now unfortunately for Tunic, the long straight barely opened up a gap for him, and coming out of turn 1 I was already right on the back of him. So you can see here the difference between the 2 cars in terms of turning in, and this situation looks familiar, but I think I'll think better of it this time and just slot in behind. It's interesting, isn't it? If you fully tuned both of these cars, I really reckon you'd see the same result. The Carbonazare hounding the back of a Masacro race car around here, because the Masacro just doesn't have the turn-in that it needs through the hairpins, and you can sort of harness the Carbonatzare's oversteer to your advantage with careful braking. Through the long sweepers, however, like this one, the Masacro can hold its own with its engine power pulling it out. Now, can I pick off yet another victim with my favourite passing point here? Oh, well, not this time as Tunic's ran in too deep and I'm forced to mount an attack on the outside. I don't see it happening, so I'm going to have to back off. take the perfect line and go for a run on him coming out of the chicane, grab a couple of runway lights for good measure, and I'm going to be able to take him before we even hit the long straight going up the inside. This is going to be crucial for me if I'm going to have any say in defending the position into turn 1. I take a quick look back and he's still right there, so I pull to the left and stick there like glue because I want to make my defensive stance extremely clear, but it doesn't make a shot of difference because the straight line speed of that car is just so unbelievably rapid. However, it's an easy corner to defend, so I'll just take my normal line and aim to pull away over the course of the next lap. Whew, I'm done. And I don't mean that like, oh, I'm so done. I mean it like I'm literally done. So enjoy the game's commentary to conclude this one, and I hope you bet on the right driver. Evil. Tunic's coming. Tunic is coming. Oh my god. Come on! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, what a race. That was so cool.